I don't know if I can call him president, honestly. May God forgive me, but I just cannot. Anyway, Mnangagwa has signed Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 into law, the controversial one. Let me just tell you this, help is on the way. Chill, relax, smile. You will not get away with it. What fascinates me is that Emerson Mnangagwa lives in his own world. I don't think he actually sees us as human beings. I don't know what actually happened in ZANU-PF that made him feel that he's invincible. All right? What an interesting human being. Welcome, everybody. My name is Rombi. Welcome to Rombi Uncensored. It's a beautiful Tuesday. And guys, feel free to comment responsibly. And I also wanted to send a very special message to someone who has been disrespecting me. I think it's got a channel called SA News Podcast. The guy has been downloading my content and uploading it on his channel. On that channel, it's not his. In fact, it's my channel because it's stealing my content. Please do unfollow the guy, and I'll make sure that channel is taken down very soon. He thinks I'm an idiot, all right? My brother, we invest a lot, time, money, okay, research. You cannot just come here and download my interview. I know it's a brother because women don't do that. Plus, the issue of CSA, South Africans don't have that capability. They are just too classy for nonsense of that sort. And I'm sorry, y'all. I stand with them. I don't, because I made the media, right? What's up, y'all? Good to see everyone. Please don't forget to like the video and share with others. We need to have a conversation, a very important one. But like I said earlier on, do not worry, help is on the way. There's a lot that is coming up. Mnangagwa will not get away with this. Never, we won't allow him. Zimbabwe is our country. It's not a Mnangagwa kingdom. So all that he has planned, all I'm just praying for is for us as Zimbabwean people to act immediately and stop him from wasting taxpayers' money with these gangs, right? All right, you're welcome. Please let me know where you're watching us from as we're having a chat, like the live. I've got people almost 200 here. Just all of you like the live. Some of you, I know you're watching from television. Great. Good to see you, Owen. Let me know where you're watching me from because I also like one thing, the ones that are from Zimbabwe. Hello. I know you're the highest number that does watch my channel and appreciate you. Second is South Africa, then United Kingdom, and then other countries. Good to see you all. All right, so just in, President Emerson Mnangagwa signed the Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 into law. The law passed both houses of parliament with the lower house approving final amendments last week. And this is actually Newswire. After the signing, the act now been gazetted. Key changes. The president will now be elected by parliament, not by direct public vote. The terms of the president and MPs increase from 5 to 7 years. The Attorney General must meet the qualifications of a Supreme Court judgment. The president can appoint 10 more senators, increasing the Senate from 80 to 90 members. Voter registration moves from ZEC to the Registrar General, while a new commission takes over constituency and ward delimitation. Public interviews for judicial appointments are removed. Okay. A vice president acts as president until parliament elects a replacement within 90 days. Okay. Interesting. A new office of Judge President of the Supreme Court is created. The court may hear appeals involving important points of law if it grants leave. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section while I proceed. Yeah. Mnangagwa was daring us. He's like, I dare you. I want to see what you're going to do to me. I dare you. All right, Mr. Mnangagwa, you will soon know what we are capable of, right? Zimbabweans, prepare you the way. You've heard. Definitely people are going to take to the streets and they will be protected. Hello. Let's see how this is going to end. So criminals, we're coming for you. I want to read very quickly the comment from Tendai Betty, because you know Tendai is a constitutional attorney. Someone said, "Well, please be careful." What's that? Wuntu. Sir, you are in the wrong place. Yeah, we don't take threats. Yeah, we don't actually listen to threats. Yeah, we are 20 steps ahead of you. Okay, it's a game, isn't it? So let's play it. All right, let me look very quickly the comment from Tenabiti, who says the paranoid pathological regime masquerading under the crass moniker of Second Republic is driven by two agendas: looting and power. CAB3 conflates the two agendas. CAB3 shifts power and control to the few ragtag bandits that have made billions from looting the state. It creates clear pathways to power for syndicates and fat cats. Unapologetic gold smugglers using expensive private jets to ferry gold bars from different disparate African state houses to the murky corridors of Dubai underworld. CAB3 allows the complete privatization of power. It pushes away power and legitimacy from millions of Zimbabweans to those that will be able to control the process and outcomes of any party primary election process. Democracy has been commodified. An amendment sneaked on 17th June 2026 during the comedy stage of CAB3 forces nominee party parliamentary candidates to declare on their nomination form their parliamentary candidate. So whoever signs party candidate forms determines the next president. All right. I think in general, Tenda is simply stating what Newswire reported. I can see the news has already traveled to as far as South Africa. And you know, how is that going to turn out? I'm actually praying for my brothers and sisters who are out there in the cold, still waiting for transport or to be processed so that they can return back home. I also heard Emerson Mnangagwa says he has got all under control. I don't know what he has under control because people left because of his failures, his brutality, violence, greed. So let's see what happens. Help is on the way. We, the people, will stand firm and put a stop to the nonsense of Emerson Mnangagwa. This is the time that we need to unite Zimbabweans. There's one thing that I don't like about politicians is that they always fight from what am I benefiting. And yet, the most important part is for us to come together and do what we're supposed to do. What I know is that the army does not follow the rules. Hundreds. I mean, Mnangagwa has crossed the line. And he knows that. I mean, he was warned over and over. You guys heard us reading some of the statements, and you know very well they were coming from the military. That came over and over and over. But because he thinks this is Zimbabwe, I don't know what's going on in the background between him and his children, because they already underestimated what we are capable of doing. That's one thing that I've seen. So I can't wait to see how this is going to turn out. But unfortunately, I'm worried. All I'm asking is that while we prepare for what's coming, we must also pray for each other, because this may turn very badly for criminals, unfortunately, because they've proven beyond doubt that they have no respect for Zimbabwe and its people, and they see themselves as the actual Zimbabwe. It is very sad. It's very sad. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think in the comment section. I want to hear your thoughts. I'm going to read some of your comments here. Let me look at what Fazema said. She said, today is a dark day for our nation. A black cloud hangs over us. Our democracy has been in a coma for years, but today it breathes its last. Mourn we must. Tragedy, thy name is Zimbabwe. We need new leaders. I'm not mourning. I think we need to do everything in our power to push back and stop Emerson Mnangagwa. In fact, Mnangagwa should be the one that we need to set an example to generations to come, that once you cross a certain line, there will be a heavy price to pay. So many countries have stood for what they believe in. You saw what happened in Madagascar? What about Nepal? Venezuela? People stood up and said enough of nonsense. you and I should do exactly the same. We need to get to a point where we choose ourselves, not politicians. A politician come in and go. And again, one of the things that I don't really appreciate is the fact that we have a country where once a person becomes a president, they think they know the country. I mean, it's just the mentality. And sometimes we blame, it's close to Rombi. What do you mean? Okay, no, there's some crazy people. Anyway, it's Mnangagwa's people. Don't listen to some negative comments here. There's a lot on the pipeline. I've said it. We were not playing games here. We didn't come here for jokes. We meant business. What I wanted to say, some people, that's why I don't want to read your comments because you take me off my train of thought when I want to actually say something important. Now, we were not just coming here for fun. We're sending a very strong message. I mean, the first thing that you saw was the late, may so rest in peace, Comrade Gez. I think even our forefathers who are in heaven are saying, not any longer, not again. This criminal needs to be shown the door. Okay, so we're not just coming here for fun. We meant business. And you also know that Comrade Knox is out here. He has been saying it, that to leave this war fight to us. We are not confronting them head on. He was not just saying things. They knew that Mnangagwa signed the bill, of course, because he gotten away with a lot. He sees himself as Zimbabwe, not as a citizen. Another culture that needs to be completely destroyed in our country, culture of arrogance, disrespect, and greed. So there's a lot on the pipeline. As I asked earlier on, let's pray for each other. We need prayers. So people thought Mnangagwa would be ashamed, would have some iota of shame. But as I always say, criminals don't have no shame. Because criminals think they're smart. They can always outsmart everyone. Especially when you speak of elections and so forth. Actually, they laugh in the background like these people. There will never be elections, especially when power is in their courts. But don't forget, the military will uphold the 2013 Constitution. In fact, I should actually read what they wrote few days ago, that the 2013 Constitution stands. All other signatures don't really matter. 2013 Constitution is the one that we will use as Zimbabweans. So let's look at what they wrote. I think that was a day ago, right? Mm-hmm. All right, let's go through what they actually wrote on social media. They said Mnangagwa and his Uganda cartel group would definitely go. Their time of constitutional manipulation, backdoor deals, and desperate power grabs is coming to an end. The people see it, the veterans see it. History is already recording it. We stand firmly with the 2013 constitutional order. That is the document we fought for, bled for, and defended. It is not a piece of paper to be twisted for one man's ambition or his inner circle's enrichment. We reject outright the CAB3 madness agenda, this rushed, tainted, and unconstitutional attempt to extend terms, sidestep the people, and turn parliament into a rubber stamp for dynasty schemes. That madness has no place in our sovereign republic. We are going for elections as usual, direct, free, fair, and on the timetable set by the 2013 Constitution. No extensions, no parliamentary coronation. All right, my bad. No parliamentary coronation, notwithstanding clauses designed to cheat the people of the. That was actually Job Sikala. I know he wants to talk about the constitution, and my apologies, trying to call me. My pod, please bear with me. I know he wants. Everyone is just like, but Chilai, relax. Relax. Anyway, let's proceed with our reading. So the people who decide in 2028 and every cycle thereafter exactly as the supreme law demands. I've said it before and I said it again. Power is temporary. The constitution is permanent. An attempt to place one man or one cartel above the people's will is not reform. It is treason against the very order we sacrificed to establish. To those pushing this CAB3 madness with cash, vehicles, and inducements, the law will catch up with you. To those who think old soldiers have forgotten their oath, we have not. To the people of Zimbabwe, stay vigilant. The struggle for genuine constitutionalism continues. Aluta continua. Retired General Winston Chigauke Mapuranga, war veterans, defender of 2013 Constitution, son of the soil. Zimbabwe will not be turned into a family business or a cartel playground, not on our watch. I repeat, not on our watch. We are not going to continue with the criminals abusing us, threatens, doing all manner of nonsense. That time is over. I know some of you are here. Once again, a person who's busy stealing my content, stop now. You want me to open my mouth, my tongue was touched with fire, and once I speak, you won't like it. I can curse you wherever you are. Because if I can bless you, I can still curse you. So please stop now, not tomorrow. There will be a heavy price to pay. Anyway, let's look at what some people think about what has just happened a few minutes ago. I can't even see all your comments, actually. Where are they? Oh, there we go. Apologies. I thought I would be able to see them. But let's look at what other people think as well. Who else am I going to look at? There's quite a lot of people who are just upset on social media now. People are just angry. They have nothing else to say. I think you listen to what is the name of this guy? This is Tavan Impof. Let's look at Tavan Impof's comment as well. We now have CAB3. In other words, Zobgo, it is the most calculated and deliberate attack on our liberties. Its promulgation opens the door to the indeed ushers in another wave of challenges. These challenges will be pursued in many ways. We shall not abdicate. They shall be cowed. They shall not be cowed. When the motherland calls on men and women to stand up and be counted, we shall be such men and women. Our contract cannot be rewritten by a few. Our destiny cannot be determined by coin. We shall fall only by natural causes, not by the devices of a few corrupt men. So help us God. I also approve this message. So help us God. God has gone before us and make all the crooked ways straight. So this is just a walkover. Okay, it is just a walkover. So guys, relax. You also know that a few days ago, Chiwenga was very clear. He sent a very strong message to Emerson Mnangagwa that don't celebrate too soon. Don't celebrate too soon. I also saw some threads on Facebook. Actually, someone was saying, "Oh, Chiwenga must be very careful because you'll be arrested." You guys, you think Mnangagwa is all that, right? He's not all that. But just sitting and have a title of a president means nothing. In the end, no one owns the space. We're all going to die and leave Zimbabwe for generations to come. So let us not sell a lie and try to act as if he's invincible. I know he has got a very interesting character, but musafazwa nenema kana mchinga mchisangana kuoneka umazvinzwa. Musafazana nenema. I think you guys know what's going on also with South Africa as well. I wanted to let you know that the whole thing that you saw with South Africans in Zimbabwe, Malawi, and so forth, it is because of the CAB3. It's because of CAB3. The head Mnangagwa wants to turn Zimbabwe into a kingdom for himself, while he's chasing the Zimbabwean people so they can be looked after in different countries. They were like, not again. We've tried to speak to them. For those that have been blaming South Africa invested a lot, sending delegates to Zimbabwe to speak to Mnangagwa, but he never listened. So they knew that he's using us. It's time for him to stand on his own. So I love the fact that now he has nowhere to go. Yeah, we'll be like Madagascar very soon. He has nowhere to go because he was always saying, oh, ANC that. Oh, by the way, I should not forget about this because this is important. So one of my clients were having a chat and she said to me, she was very upset. Firstly, because she's been listening to some conversations happening on social media. She's South African though. It's an advocate on Twitter. And she had some people actually threatening that they were going to fight South Africans. And these were Zimbabweans. I think they're Zimbabweans in the UK. They're just loose cannons. They don't know what they're talking about. The second thing she said, we want ZANU-PF to tell us how much money does Zimbabwe or does South Africa owe them so we can pay, so they can leave us alone and stop blackmailing us. So these people are taking these issues very seriously. They're not actually joking. Okay. And again, it's just sending a very strong message to us Zimbabweans to take our country very serious. I also saw a video that was circulating where some of these guys went to companies and say, we just want all foreign nationals to be fired. And at that time, I was like, as much as I love Zimbabwe and my brothers and sisters, I think this message is important because some of the working class, remember, I've been in the corporate space, I know what I'm talking about. Some of our people, you can be a manager, CEO, CFO, whatever the case is, accountants, you are doing incredible things out here. You must remember that you are Zimbabwean first. Okay. No matter how comfortable you are in South Africa, never forget where you're coming from. And when I heard that, I was like, I think this can send a very strong message to our people to not be too comfortable and think, oh, politics is for those people. You know, I don't care about politics. I don't want to discuss about politics here. No, sweetheart, you're a Zimbabwean. First, if your ID is written as Zimbabwean, because most of the IDs that are people with IDs, but who aren't South Africans, they are written Zimbabwean. So if you have that ID, please note that you are needed here to put a stop to the nonsense of Emerson Mnangagwa. Let's work together, Zimbabweans. Okay. We want to be cute as well. I'm a lady. We would want to be feminine. I'm just like a feminine lady. I want to be like at the back here. But at what cost? At what cost? Because our country is now a gangster country. You are seeing how money is being spent, money is being paraded on social media. It's shameful. And while we watch, it's not their fault. We're allowing them because we're afraid. Because between you and I, the only thing between you and them, you and I and them, is a gun. I didn't want to say this, but I want to tell you this because I know some of you are going to panic, but you don't have to panic, okay? About 3, 4, 5 months ago, some of these people came to my house. Okay, no, I know, first of all, I'm no longer stay there, okay, for whatever reason. That's number one. But number two, they thought I didn't know that they were coming to my house. I knew that they were coming. So Rumbi, being Rumbi and not as she is, they come to scan my house thinking there were weapons. There were some guns. There were guns in my house. They thought I didn't know. But here's the thing, I'm that a cookie Christian, that wild Christian. I don't want to be called a Christian because that's more religious for me. I'm a follower of Jesus. So I want to tell you a trick of what actually happened in detail so that you have it all. So around 3 a.m., I woke up. I was very asleep, but woke up praying, just waking up praying. But I want to sleep, man. It's 3 a.m. I want to sleep, you know? And I continue praying until I slept off. Then I woke up again from 6 a.m. I was like, okay, no, now let me just take a walk. So I'm taking a walk and I'm taking a walk, minding my business, and I'm walking and so forth. Then I just heard the Holy Spirit spoke and said, there are people who are coming to your house today. Follow them. Okay. So I heard the voice and was like, I stopped. There are people coming to your house today. Follow them. So when I received a phone call that there were people coming to my house because the house was for sale, I knew these people here, these ones, had bought the security. They'd done all manner of things. They were coming to the house. Then they came, pretending they could not look into my eyes. They were scanning my house. First and foremost, they thought there were kinds of cameras in the house. And they are scanning. When I say scanning, I mean scanning. But you know what I did? I stood up and I began to follow them, which I never did because the agent always, but I was following them myself. Look at the other person there, the other person there was like, they did not know what to do. And I noticed that in the pockets of another, they had a lot of things. Maybe they had brought some drugs to drop in my house. It couldn't happen because God was with me. And I knew they were looking for guns. And they got to a point where they said, can you open the wardrobes? I said, you cannot open my wardrobes. I want you to know, and I know some of them are here. Listen to me. I knew you were coming to my house. And I was so ready for you. So between us and these people are simply guns. That's what they're afraid of because they thought, I keep guns in the house. So you think I want to fight you or keep the guns in the house? Maybe the gun to fight you, for myself to fight you, maybe. But you're funny, hey? Anyway, so I wanted to say, fear not. Those who confront them, who confront them. And we need to work together and make sure we drive criminals and lock them where they belong, behind bars, for Zimbabwe to have a new start. Okay. I love you all. May God bless you and may God bless Zimbabwe. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Fear not.